Learning English doesn't have to feel like studying. When you follow someone's journey, you live the language with them. That's why storytelling works. You'll feel the grammar, not just read it. Subscribe, like this video, and come with me on today's crazy real-life story. The elevator moved fast, faster than any she had ever been in. Her ears popped slightly, and she swallowed hard to clear them. The numbers on the wall ticked upward quickly. 60, 70, 90, 110. It was kind of like flying without the plane. She had always wanted to visit the CN Tower. Ever since she saw a postcard of it as a teenager, standing tall above the Toronto skyline like it owned the sky, it had called to her. Now finally, here she was, hundreds of meters above the city. When the doors opened, the view hit her like a wave. Clear glass all around, a 360-degree view of Toronto. Buildings, water, highways, tiny cars like toys far below. People walked slowly, taking photos, pointing things out. There was a soft hum in the background, footsteps, whispers, camera clicks. She walked along the outer circle, her eyes never leaving the glass. Then she stepped onto the glass floor. It felt wrong and amazing at the same time, like stepping into the sky. Below her feet, the world looked unreal. A few kids were jumping on the glass, laughing. She smiled, but didn't try it herself. Just standing there was enough. After exploring for a while, she noticed a small cafe area. Nothing fancy, just sandwiches, coffee, and the kind of overpriced snacks that come with a great view. She was hungry, though. A small sandwich and coffee wouldn't hurt. She stood in line, still staring out the window. When it was her turn, she ordered. The cashier rang her up, told her the total. And then she reached for her wallet. It wasn't there. She checked again. Both pockets. Then her small bag. Then her coat. Nothing. She froze. Her wallet was gone. Her heart started beating faster. She took a step back from the counter and looked around. Maybe she dropped it? Maybe it slipped out on the glass floor? She retraced her steps, eyes on the ground. Nothing. Back near the elevator, she asked a staff member if anyone had turned in a wallet. The man shook his head. She suddenly realized how much was inside. Her ID, her Metro pass, her emergency cash, a card from her hotel, and her phone was low on battery, barely 9% left. The perfect tourist nightmare. She tried to stay calm. She told herself, okay, breathe. You didn't lose it forever. You just don't have it right now. That's all. Still, the fear crept in. She was stuck at the top of one of the tallest towers in the world, without a single dollar. She walked back to a corner and sat down near the window. She looked out, but didn't see the view anymore. Her brain ran in circles. Should she ask someone for help? Try to leave and explain downstairs? What if she needed her ID to exit? What if they didn't believe her? And then a memory came to her. Just that morning, she'd been organizing her small shoulder bag at breakfast. She had taken out her wallet to move something, then set it on the nightstand. She remembered it clearly now. She'd never put back in. It wasn't lost. It was at the hotel. Relief. But also frustration. Because the hotel wasn't exactly close. She had taken a subway, changed lines, walked several blocks. And now she was way up here, unable to even buy a coffee. She stood up and tried to think. There had to be a way to get through this. She went to the information desk. The woman there had a kind face. She explained what happened, not in a panicked voice, just calm, honest. The woman nodded and said, "It happens more than you'd think." She offered to call someone downstairs to let her through when she was ready to go. No ID needed. No problem. That helped a little. Still, she didn't want to leave right away. She hadn't really enjoyed the view yet. She had been too busy panicking. So she walked back to the glass floor and stood there again. This time, she stayed longer. She watched the clouds moving over the lake. She watched a tiny plane fly by in the distance. She watched people pointing out landmarks and smiling into their phones. She wasn't part of that excitement anymore. She was thinking about her wallet, her phone battery, and the long walk back. But then something shifted. She reminded herself, "You're here, right now, in this moment." She couldn't fix the whole situation, but she could choose how to feel. She took a breath and let herself enjoy the silence. She watched as the sun started to break through the clouds, lighting up parts of the city below like a spotlight. It looked alive. Before heading to the elevator, she wrote herself a note in her phone. A simple message. It's never about the sandwich or the money. It's about how you handle the surprise. She smiled because even though the day hadn't gone as planned, she had learned something. She went down the tower, thanked the staff, and stepped outside. The city air hit her, cool, busy, real. She walked back toward the subway station with a lighter step. Her wallet wasn't with her, but her head was clear. By the time she made it back to the hotel, the sky had turned gold. She opened her door, walked to the nightstand, and there it was, exactly where she'd left it. She picked it up, held it for a moment, and laughed softly. Not at herself, but at the day, at the unexpected turns, at the reminder that adventure doesn't wait for everything to go smoothly. Sometimes it shows up the moment things go wrong. Did this story surprise you? While you were following every twist and turn, you were actually learning powerful sentence structures and real English expressions. If it made you smile or made you think, leave a comment, share your own travel slip-up, and don't forget to subscribe for a new story every day.